Alright, well, thanks for joining me. Oh, I switched weapons on accident. Alright, I left myself here to take this quest. Lord Allen.
Ah, another one. Here to work with the great Lord Deal, no doubt. I'm renowned throughout Glenumbra, you know.
Never heard of you.
Well, there's no excuse for that. You've certainly heard about the Harpy menace that threatens Daggerfall. Of course you have. My sons and I are here to put an end to that threat. I know you want to help. Start by finding my stupid hirelings.
Hirelings? What hirelings?
The Daggers. They're out gathering information about the Harpies. Know your enemy and all that. You'll get paid once I have enough to complete my research. Take this dagger with you. He knows what to do.
Alright, but...
Off with you now. Bumnog will help you. Interesting fellow. Always fights fair. Refuses to use weapons against the Harpies. Just his fists. Can't imagine that works out for him, but he's the only dagger still here, so what do I know?
What are these daggers you keep mentioning?
Who, not what. The Daggers. A mercenary group out of Daggerfall. They're highly trained and extremely deadly. Or so they tell me. They're also lost. But they do work cheap, which makes them perfect for my purposes.
You mean they're lost?
They left hours ago, and we haven't heard a word since. Only Bumnog returned, which is why he's available to help you. Why are you still here? Get out there and find the missing daggers.
Okay. Oh, you let me walk past. All right.
You're going to help me find the rest of the daggers? I'm not sure you're dagger material. Your hands look kind of soft and delicate. Like you've never beaten anything into submission with your own two fists before.
Just tell me what's going on here.
The daggers were hired to help Lord Deal gather research about the Harpies. We get him what he needs and we get paid. Simple as pie. But now the rest of the daggers are missing. We need to find them and make sure our first mission is a success.
This is the dagger's first job?
Everyone has to start someplace. Even the Fighters Guild had a first mission, didn't they? Who are you to judge? Now let's get out there and do what we're getting paid for. Let's find the daggers and bring back their research.
What kind of research are we talking about?
Harpies, eggs, whatever we can bring back so Lord Deal can figure out why these birds have become so violent lately.
And what do we need to do?
We have to find the missing daggers. Gelvin, our leader, and the Remley brothers. We find them and help them finish their jobs. And while we're at it, we look for the Queen Birdie, Fowling. She's a vicious killer, and she needs to be dealt with.
Hey. Oh, not what I meant to do. Get off the damn.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
Oh, up. Uppies. I go, uppies. Well, I get distracted by all of the goldy stuff. I guess these guys...
Wait, is that Gelvin up there? What in Malakoth's name is he tangled up in?
Thank you, old friend. Thought I was going to become bird food before you got here. Hello. That was a bit of a predicament. The Remley brothers do set a good trap, I must say. That one trussed me up tight. But now that you're here... Wait a moment. Who are you?
Lord Dale hired me to help the daggers.
Help? The daggers don't need any... Oh, who am I kidding? I'm the leader of the Daggers, and we don't have a clue as to what we're doing out here. If you're willing, we'd appreciate any help you care to provide.
Sure, what do you want me to do?
I was collecting unhatched harpy eggs to bring back to camp. One of the things Lord Deal needs to complete his research. I got one egg, but we need to collect a few more.
Where can I find the harpy eggs?
In the nests above. Be gentle with them. I don't want the hatchlings to come to any harm. I'm going to rest a moment and then head back to camp. With the gold his lordship pays us, the Daggers can really make a go of this mercenary thing.
You do know that harpies eat your eyeballs. In case you didn't know that. They like to suck your eyeballs out. It's a tasty little treat to them. Nothing here. Oh, we're trailing behind someone. Uh-oh.
I am a scholar, damn it!
Into a bit of a problem that there's another player here, and they're harvesting the eggs before I get to them. So, real quick, for anyone who pays attention or who plays the game and actually cares about the politics of the game or the information about the game, there is a bit of drama happening with the changes to the cash shop. Over the years, I guess it's becoming a little bit more predatory and kind of just set up a little silly. Get people to buy things, but there's really nothing of value in the cash shop. The thing is I find that that's true in all MMOs. There's really very little of value in the cash shop. It's more of a cosmetics. Like, I will go for the cosmetics, like the clothing and whatnot. The horses, maybe. The pets, maybe. But I will not spend any money on, like, the crown fortifications or anything like that. Like, it has no matter to me. So yeah, not a problem for me. I can understand why people are mean, but or not mean, mad about it. But I come from like Archage and Black Desert Online with those cash shops that were RNG, but you actually had to play it if you wanted to compete with anybody else. And here, I don't do PvP, so I don't care if my gear is, you know, keeps me alive for the mobs, but not for PvP. I could care less. But if PvP, if you're in the game for PvP, I can kind of understand why you might be a little mad. But again, I come from Archage and Black Desert Online. This is nothing. You man. You know, for as many harpies as we killed, I don't think I've ever seen them drop feathers. Look at that face. What is that face right there? Like, Thanos. The harpy eggs. Man, I gave Archage some decent chunk of my money, if I'm being honest. Black Desert Online as well. Oh, Perfect World International. Trying to get rank gear to keep up.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. This way. Really amazing trap that those harpies put together. Freshly picked
This is a
bones.
fresh kill. Be alert. Whatever did this could be watching us.
Scholarship!
How in the 8 do you expect to trap a flying harpy with a trap set on the ground? You're an idiot. You know that, right?
You know I hated when you yell at me, brother. Now calm down and help me figure out how to get a harpy to trip a wire on the ground. Oh. I see the problem now.
Looks like we found the Remley brothers.
Did Lord Deal send you? Well, there's nothing new to report except that my brother is an idiot. Armo placed dozens of traps and he just realized something. Harpies don't walk. Now we're trying to figure out how to salvage the situation.
What are you trying to do?
We're trying to capture a few of these creatures. Lord Deal wants to observe the harpies and see if they demonstrate any odd behavior that might explain the recent acts of aggression. But we're still working on our traps, as you can see.
Are all your traps set on the ground?
We've got some throwing snares. The only problem is the damn harpies are too strong. They need to be weakened before you hit them with the throwing snares. I may have a sword, but I'm not a fighter. That's too dangerous an approach for me.
Give me the throwing snares. How many harpies do you need?
Lord Deal said a few. So 4, I'd say. Yes, 4 harpies should do. If this works, please tell his lordship that we gave you the traps, all right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's... Did I set it, or did I kill her? I'm actually...
Wonder why Lord Deal is so interested.
We can use this.
Somebody's gonna get their eyeball sucked out, and it's not gonna be me.
That's all that Lord Deal asked us to do. Let's head back, but I want to have a chat before we enter the camp. This is a good spot. Let's talk here before we return to the camp.
Okay, what's up, big guy?
Listen, you've helped the Daggers a lot, and we appreciate it. But before we go back to camp, I need to make sure you understand something.
Hey, I'm listening.
Gelvin has a good head and a good heart. Always puts the Daggers first and keeps us on the right side of the law. Of course, that's part of the reason we're still struggling. Sometimes mercenaries can't be too choosy about the jobs they take.
Why are you telling this to me?
This Lord Deal, something's not right with him. Why does a noble care about harpies? But whatever, it doesn't matter. The Daggers need to get paid. If not, our mercenary group collapses, and we're all back to the streets. Again.
What do you think Deal is up to?
You're not listening. I'm saying that it doesn't matter. He could be a saint or Molag Bal himself. What matters is that we get paid so the Daggers can stay together. Got that? Now let's get back to camp.
Depends on what he's doing with the harpies. Have you seen the aftermath of when a harpy eats your eyeballs?
You can't keep them like this, Lord Deal. They're in pain.
Another chance
I can
at
do what I
perfection.
like with them. After all, I'm the one investigating why these birdies have become so very, very angry.
When Gelvin gets back, he won't stand for this. Greedy, ignorant, ugly son of a mammoth's ass. That Deal can go leap in the river.
Oh, you're back. Much more reliable than those damn Daggers. I don't see their leader, Gelvin. He didn't come back with you? More gold for the rest of you, I suppose. Now hand over the eggs, please.
Here are the eggs, but Galvin hasn't returned yet.
I believe we already covered that. Now let me have a look at these beauties. Oh, so round and smooth. Well, oval, really. I'll begin studying these eggs right... Wait a moment.
What's the matter?
Where's the other egg? I was promised 5 harpy eggs, not 4. Didn't they teach you to count? There will be no deal without 5 eggs. 5. No more, no less. Imbeciles!
Galvin has the 5th egg.
Then I suggest you find that bootless lout and get it back. There will be consequences. These are my eggs. Let his sister know that if Gelvin doesn't return, I will have his right hand cut off for stealing from a noble. Dealing with fools and idealists makes me thirsty. I need a drink.
Do you have a diary in here that I can steal? No? Okay.
Greedy, ignorant, ugly son of a mammoth's ass. That Deal can go leap in the river.
Why is Lord Deal so angry?
I wish I knew. The rest of the Daggers made it back, but there's been no sign of my brother. I had my doubts about getting involved with Lord Deal. I just wish I'd told Gelvin about them. But who are you anyway? Why do you care about any of this?
Trust me, I had no idea what I was getting into.
Well, you helped my brother and his Daggers so far. I only hope we can continue to count on your support. So, listen. I heard Deal's threats. His claim is ridiculous, but he has gold. Paying guards to support a false accusation is easy enough.
What do you have in mind?
I think I know where you can find my brother. Whether you agree with Gelvin, me, or the bastard Deal over there, we need to find Gelvin and that egg. I don't want to see my brother get hurt.
Where do I find him?
There's a house on an island directly west of this camp. That's where we first met with Lord Deal. I could see that Gelvin was very interested in the place. I'll give you a head start before I tell Deal about it. Now go. Find my brother.
Okay. The sounds of the harpies struggling when in the nets, that was really quite disturbing, and I hated it.
We can use this.
Yeah, I know, Xander, I know. The werewolves hide by an unknown pack leader. Some will tell you that our greatest strength is our hunger, or our numbers, or our rage, or our claws, or our fangs. These are fools. The gift of Hircine is not simply about weapons, but about defense. To hunt in the great hunting grounds of our master, we must be imperious to pain, masters of our own bodies. Many a werewolf hunter will seek your hide for this reason. They will try to wear it, or else burn it. Either way, it is your greatest prize, and you should take care not to let it fall to filth and disrepair. A wolf's coat is the marker of his status. It bears the scars and protects his body against harm. Treat it as a nobleman treats his finery, for you are a servant of Hircine. Too often have I encountered feral wolves with mangy coats. You are not wild dogs. You are not senseless wolves with no choice but to wander the woods as animals. You are kings amongst the hunters. When you are beset by enemies, when the mob comes for you, you transform into your true self. You face sword and sickle, pitchfork and pike, and you will thank me. Your coat will gleam and terrify, and no blow will harm you. Everybody get ready to get a little wet.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
You go and talk to him. I'll wait out here. Remember what I said. Daggers first, ideals second.
Something fishy's going on here. I think Lord Deal hasn't been entirely truthful with us. But how did you find me? Granette sent you, didn't she?
You didn't bring the egg back to the camp, and Granette is worried, and Dale is upset.
I know. I was on my way back when I decided to investigate this place. When we first arrived, Deal and his sons came out of this building to greet us. I figured if there was any place to get any answers, it was right here.
And what have you discovered?
Nothing yet, but this whole situation feels off. I'm sure that his lordship hasn't told us the whole truth about the harpy frenzy. Anyway, I'm not leaving this house until I find something that sheds light on what Deal is up to.
Well, then I'll help you look. Yeah. Yep. The bottles are filled with a strange, pungent liquid. Doesn't smell very healthy. I missed what that's. So sorry.
As soon as I know there's...
This foul-smelling chest contains a surprising number of rotting. Flies, files, owls, and other tiny implements make up what appears to be some manner of lure-making kit. Unlike the other fish around the room, this particular one smells surprisingly fresh. Prepared with the right amount of spice, might even be considered edible. To Fisherman Halver, Maltrine and Company. As per our conversation, here's the signed contract, completing our deal. You should have also received the bottles of elixir that will cause the effects we desire. Be careful, as I've had to deal with various nefarious organizations within Daggerfall to procure the amounts needed. Apply the contents to a full bottle to your daily haul of fish, then leave the treated fish for the harpies to feast upon. We should begin to see the effects within a matter of days. As the harpies consume the tainted fish, they will become extremely aggressive. As the harpy threat rises, the nasty birds will have to be dealt with. Once they're eliminated, we can expand Daggerfall down the coast and increase our investment 100-fold. Secrecy is imperative. In the meantime, I will hire another group to procure harpies and their eggs. Might as well make a profit from the creatures while we're at it. No one needs to know how this started. It should appear that we're just doing our civic duty and helping the great city of Daggerfall in its time of need. Lord Alan Dale of Daggerfall.
You found something, didn't you? What is it? Tell me what you found.
I found this contract. Lord Dale knows more about the harpies than he let on.
Let me see that. What in the name of... Lord Deal's been poisoning the harpies the entire time. He orchestrated their frenzy, and he claimed he's been trying to help. He's been using us.
He's also paying you enough to keep the daggers together.
It's tainted gold. The daggers don't operate that way. We're not common thieves that break the law just to fill our own pockets. This is a dangerous edge to walk, and it cuts both ways. I didn't want the daggers to start out like this.
But what happens if the daggers don't get paid?
Well, we'd have to disband. We'd go our separate ways and hope we can find a way to feed our families. Damn it. This isn't an easy choice. I just can't accept that we'd get our start helping a noble do the wrong thing.
Oh, no matter what happens, you have to do the right thing and reveal Lord Dale's treachery.
Of course, you're right. Deal has to be stopped. I think I know what to do. And if all else fails, I've always been good at improvisation.
What do you need me to do?
You've done enough. Just keep Lord Deal busy. It's not up to you to finish this. That's work for the daggers. Even if it turns out to be our last job, we're going to do it right.
Okay.
Gelvin's sister gave up his location so easily. Now where is that damn thief? And where in the 8 is my damn egg?
You're not getting the harpy egg.
What did you say? How dare you? That's my property. You expect to get away with this? I knew I shouldn't have put my trust in a bunch of low-life scum. You'll be in the hands of the Daggerfall Guard by the end of day.
Or they could learn how this harpy threat really started.
You think the Guard would believe you? Some street rats who lay a claim against a well-respected noble? You're dumber than you look. The Guard will chuckle as they lead you to the dungeons. Or maybe we'll just end this right now.
Actually, King Casimir and I are good friends.
You? Friends with the king? Oh, that's brilliant. Really, it is. You must dine with his family on a regular basis? Perhaps vacation together in the countryside? I'll give him your regards. It's a shame about your tragic accident and all. Guards! Guards! What in the divine's name are you... Oh, no.
Yeah.
So Gelvin killed the bastard? I didn't think he had it in him. It still doesn't change the fact that he botched our entire deal. I told you to talk him out of it.
Lord Dale planned to sell the harpies and eggs. He was using you.
Yeah, I figured that out. His lordship was also behind the whole Harpy Menace thing too, wasn't he? Well, it's a good thing I decided not to count on Gelvin to turn a profit.
What do you mean?
I snatched this from the camp when no one was looking. It's not much, but a few gems are better than no gems at all. Why don't you tell Gelvin that you found it on his lordship's body? We don't want him to think I stole it or anything.
Why don't you just give it to Gelvin?
Well, I trust you. Besides, I need to set these birdies free, and they're not going to be very happy when I do. You've dealt with enough dagger business for one day. Leave this to me. Go on, go on. I'll catch up later.
I'm sorry I failed you. I know you were all counting on me. Deal's gone, but I don't feel any better. These people depended on me and I failed them. I can't even do one job correctly.
No, don't give up on the daggers just yet.
What do you mean?
I found this bag of gems on Lord Dale's body.
The pompous ass carried these around with him? That figures. Technically, we did complete the job. Wait, what am I saying? This isn't right. These gems don't belong to us.
You earned those gems, and now the daggers can stay together.
I thought the daggers were finished, but, well, looks like we have a future after all. Here, take this, for helping us finish the job. Consider it a small token of our appreciation. And you'll always have a place with the daggers if you want it.
Thanks. All right. We're done. We finished that quest. We saved the dagger group.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for the words of encouragement. All right, where do we gotta go next? Where are we? Where do we gotta go? I have no idea. Where are we? Oh no. Demon weapon. I missed one. That. Go that way. Thanks, Xander. Nope. He got it. He's fine. He didn't need me.
Confound it!
It's actually the next day from when I finished the dagger quest. It's Christmas, or wow, not Christmas, Thanksgiving weekend, and it was pretty busy.
We can
so
use this. I'm taking notes on your progress, just so you're aware. Galvanizing.
It's probably happening way too fast, but there's a bunch of chat, more so than normal, that's happening about buying crowns. But I have also noticed on Reddit people complaining about accounts being banned for buying crowns. I'm very confused. And crowns is the cosmetic shop currency. Like, I think the game allows you to buy currency. So if, let's say, you have you have in-game money and someone else has the actual crowns, they'll buy an item and then gift it to you for exchange of money. But that had been allowed. Whom I understand. So close to a box.
Always nice to discover a new smell, I suppose.
It's gonna smell like death. I feel like it's gonna smell like death. The Minion Slayer. demons doing here? Which way do we want to go? Like we're going this way. Good. Sitting right next to the glowy blue crystals.
Confound it!
I do want to go around this corner though. Maybe.
Any more? I need some tea.
Lies. No chest over there.
We have an accord.
I don't know how many episodes now, but I haven't acknowledged it. But if you notice in the left, there's the Minimap, right, that you see. That Minimap is a plugin that I've installed for guidance. And then you see how, if I move my character to move Xander, see how there's like a little grayed out chest icon? That's another plugin I installed, and that is it's to tell you where there's a chance of those chests. It's an RNG where it appears in the map, and it's also based on like how many players have actually opened said chest. There, we're gonna go the okay. Now, I've played with different mini-maps, and I'm disappointed with every one of them. For different reasons, but this one seems to be overall the best. But it is really late in updating when you find something or when you complete a task. And I think I have mentioned that part before, complaining about it
A
because
most auspicious find.
I've run to the like different because I've trusted the icons. I've tried running there and finding them, and I'm wait. There's one here.
Morris,
Dead
twitching
people here.
tentacles. I'm glad that's done.
And then there's 3 types of chests. There's one that are easier chests to do, which is these, the public dungeon. And then there's another instance, which is a different type of public dungeons, which are harder. And there's generally only one of those in the map. Then there's another, it usually runs about 2 dungeons per map, a group dungeon, which I never do part of a group. And usually you join guilds for that, or else there is a button that you can click that you can find, like, be grouped with random people who want the same dungeon. You are not the boss that I thought you were.
The value of that! Ha!
I didn't even see. I'm really bad at looking at what we get for treasure. Has been any writing, anything about what this dungeon's been about? Unless, of course, I took it backwards, which is a possibility. Usually there's a book or a note somewhere, that a diary page that talks about what the dungeon is.
Keep it down, you'll wake the dead.
The NPC, very faintly, I know it was probably really hard to say, it said, "Keep it down or you wake the dead." Like one of the NPCs over here. Hilarious. Now, technically speaking, I completed the two main reasons why we came in here. I defeated the boss, and it's got the crystal. But I still don't understand what this dungeon's about, so we're gonna keep killing things. Sleepy.
Think I've read that one before.
Oh, I see. You're getting the chest. I don't want it. I want my... Get it? We'll guard her for a second. I don't want the chest. There is a type of rude gameplay, like a type of griefing that does happen in the game, where a player who's faster at opening a chest will open it while you're on it. I don't... Thank you. Of the Dragonfire's fragment. And El-Esh said, "Though we have overthrown the wicked elves, we fear they will afflict us with oblivion, forever did they traffic with the Daedra lords, to our sorrow and misery. Mighty are we in arms, but the greater demons are beyond our strength." The divine voice spoke further, saying, "This will I do for the mortals of Nirn, as thou art dragonborn, so must be thy heirs. So long as they keep the dragonfires ever lit, so long must the demon lords keep to their places." El-Esh was grateful, yet still troubled. "How then if my line should fail? How will we defend ourselves?" And there was a trembling in the world, but the divine voice was mild, saying, "Thy people will find a way, for unlike the Daedra, ye mortals have the creative spark, and may make new things that were not before. Where there is one defense, there may also be." Kind of rude of me. I let them do all the killing while I read the book.
Fortuitous!
That player actually just told me, could I piss off? They must not understand that if both players get a hit in, you get the same amount of experience. So we'll just watch them die. Fine. Let's see, where do I want to go? I want to go this way. Dominion orders. Dominion orders are efforts to expand across the Daggerfall government must continue. Newly discovered alien ruins along the coast make it imperative that we capture key areas of land. Take a team of warriors, take control of the site, and send word back on what you find. There might be something else useful hidden within the ruins. At the very least, we will gain a new base of operations. Our best arms master, trained in the art of Thundermaw, will accompany you to provide additional muscle. You are having problems. He is a bit of an idiot. It's hilarious. Okay. Wait, we're not done here. And it's also scales down too, I should mention. That it doesn't matter the level of the player in the dungeon. Everyone's scaled up to the same. The only difference is the spells that I've unlocked, so the ability to freeze them.
And tranquility.
Wait, am I supposed to touch this? Nothing to say this time, Xanderwinder? Looks like we're going this way. Out of here. So they were just chilling here, hiding from the main forces, trying to find whatever secret they can find. Oh, this way. Struggles are real. Get out of here. Okay. Boss must be up top there.
Another chance at perfection.
There was no... Oh, sorry, didn't mean to fling the camera around. There was no, quest in there. Bit unusual for a dungeon. gonna circle around and we're gonna go up the next quest. I know at some point I'm really gonna have to join a guild. One, because I am really hobbling myself on money making, though I haven't really had anything that I felt like I needed to make big purchases of. But there is that. I do recognize that I am a bit. But I don't know. So antisocial. And I think I'm probably, the other thing is I think I might be too casual of a player for joining a guild, is my other fear. Boy, the bad guy. Walking out, girlfriend.
By Mora's many eyes. That was intellectually stimulating.
Ladies just running through. Badler. Want the glowy stuffs. Xander. Buddy, you're the best. I love how he casually walks up behind me and doesn't even talk about it.
More funding for our research.
That's another dick move. People will only take the items that they want, not the whole chest. And so a player like me will run by to go unlock it, and it's just there. It's fine.
I heard that someone released King Lelorian from the lightless oubliette.
Yeah. You shouldn't know
Traveler,
that yet, though.
there's trouble ahead. Bandits. You should turn back. We can't guarantee your safety.
Found this note under Elysian Tower?
Red Rooks under Elysian Tower? These bandits continue poking their noses where they don't belong. Thanks for letting us know. It provides context to this attack, and now we can watch for any reinforcements from the tower. Be careful out there. Red Rook bandits might be anywhere.
Not particularly afraid of the bandits.
We've got another brave one here, do we? Well, if you're so tough, you should talk to the captain. She might be able to make use of someone who's so courageous.
Hey, I will.
We need a way to root out the bandits.
After I grab this ring.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
Xander.
I'm a little busy. Red Rook bandits are holding hostages at a house down the lane.
Sounds like you need a plan.
I always have a plan. These Red Rooks make use of trained wolves to guard their camp. Increases their confidence, I suppose. It also makes them careless. That's where my plan comes in.
What are you suggesting?
I need someone who can get in quietly, grab some wolf's woe, and take it to the hostages. With that plant, the hostages can walk out without attracting the attention of the wolves. The hostages are locked in a house, so you also need to find a key.
All right, I'll get the wolf's woe and the key.
We can help once you get those nobles out. My guards are itching to hunt down those brigands. Just be careful, and good luck.
Anything else you can tell me?
The wolf's woe grows all around here, so it should be easy to acquire. As for the key, grab a red rook uniform and look around. The disguise should fool the bandits, but watch out for the wolves. Otherwise, shake a few bandits until a key falls out.
Great. Gonna do... loot as much from the tower as you can. We need resources to take to our new allies. We will have a big house north of Dylan's Mill. Nola me? By the time you're done, flank the Daggerfall guards when you're here. Quick. Lobbed it right into that trap.
And tranquility.
Impeccable.
Onward and upward.
I don't know if that was server lag or me lag. Oh, the book. Oh. Schemes of the Reach Mage. As the official... Okay, I need you to go away, LoreBook. Okay. As the official Mages Guild representative to the Lion Guard's efforts to stop the Reach Mage, known only as Angoff the Gravesinger, I have decided to record my findings and speculations in case anything untoward happens to me while I'm out in the field. Who knew that the work of the Mages Guild could be so dangerous or so exciting? Anyway, this is an accurate and up-to-date as the time that I write this. Anything that turns out to be proven false or revealed at a later date, I'll have to deal with in a later volume. Unless I can devise a spell that automatically updates my writing, no. I need to focus on one thing at a time. Angoff has a number of associates helping him to complete his plans. I think he calls them minions. Let's review the ones I suspect to be working with his vile necromancer. Balotru, who seems to be associated with weird creatures and has launched an assault on Camlorn, appears to be following the orders of a more powerful individual. I believe that individual to be Angoff, but I have no proof of this connection as yet. The Bloodthorn cult obviously has ties to Angoff. Whether he leads the cult or is simply a member I haven't yet determined, but I'm positive the two are connected. The cultists scour the land for relics and items of power, and they seem to count a large number of necromancers as part of their order. I wouldn't be surprised if they had ties to the Daedric Prince or other. Mollog Ball, if I had to hazard a guess. Daedra, too, appear to be arrows of Angoff's quiver. He casts them out into the world as a farmer throws seeds into the wind. I'm sure there are more of Angof's minions hiding in plain sight, but anything else I put forth at this point would be beyond pure speculation. Instead, let me turn to what I've discovered about the Reach Mage himself. First, he seems to be poisoning the land in some way. The vile vines that grow wherever he has passed demonstrate how his foul magic pollutes the countryside. His very name, Gravesinger, speaks to his fascination and fluency with death magic. Death and decay are his domains, and he seeks power over life and death. His followers consider him a strong and persuasive leader. Many of them would literally die to please him. Such devotion isn't healthy, and I find it more than a little scary that someone could have such an effect on people. Angof seeks to cause as much chaos and mayhem as possible. Beyond that, I'm not sure of his ultimate motives. Has he come to Glenumbra to conquer us or destroy us? And in the end, does the distinction even matter? All I know is we have to find a way to stop him. We have to. Well, I have to pick this up again at a later date. Now I have to head out and meet up with the Lion Guard at the redoubt near Cathbadron. Let's see if I can apply the knowledge that I've gathered at the task at hand. Paying attention? What I find funny is that... Yep. What I find funny is I just walked right into a trap. What I was gonna say, I find it funny that they lore dump in books like that, but I remember as an earlier player, it wasn't for you guys. I never read the lore. I kept meaning to, but I wanted to move on.
Apocrypha, take you!
You notice Xander never sets off the traps like this, but he will walk into traps that are already set off. Why do you guys so kindly drop the key ring?
Someone approaches. Worry not, my dove.
Lower stairs? Did I walk right past you? Well, I'm pillaging right now, but let's see if we can go. Am I being blind? People's... Alright, try that upstairs again. Where are they? Are you guys in a bot? Are you hiding in... Sander, do you see some people?
We have Wolf's Woe. This will be an adventure.
Thanks for joining me. Well, it's the same episode. But, the thing broke, and then suddenly he just spawned in, and now he's working. I don't know. Anyway, what a daring rescue. This is quite exciting. Look, everyone, we have Wolf's Woe. Be an adventure. And the reason why it's starting, or why it kind of started this way, I wasn't even talking to him. I was all the way upstairs, and I clicked a bookshelf, and suddenly he started talking. Like, oh.
Those ruffians came by boat. Ingenious, really. Slip in from the water, strike caravans on the road, then sail away. But the guards showed up and the bandits set traps on my estate. Clear those traps, or it'll be too dangerous for us to leave.
I'll clear a path, you slip away.
I know. Take my hunting horn. It's upstairs. Then clear the traps and create a diversion. Set something on fire. That should keep the Red Rooks too busy to notice us. Sound the horn to signal us that it's safe. Meanwhile, I'll untie the others.
Wait here and listen for the horn.
A moment, friend.
I'll have you free in no time, my love.
Please excuse my husband. He gets so enthusiastic.
Are you injured?
No, thank Mara. The only thing I regret losing is my jewelry box. It's a family heirloom. The rest we can replace. I'm just thankful we're alive.
Where's the jewelry box?
The bandit leader, an orc named Tharkul, he took it. The box only opens if you're a member of the family. I told him, but he didn't care. If you retrieve it, I can arrange a reward.
I'll find your jewelry.
Once you acquire my lockbox, please hold on to it until we're safely away from those dastardly bandits. And do be careful. I'd hate to think that someone got hurt trying to help me.
You said that only members of your family can open the lockbox?
Yes. My ancestor had the box made to protect her valuables while she was at sea. The box was tied to her blood, so that only her or her descendants could open it. It's been passed down from mother to daughter ever since.
I care what's inside. Alright, what's inside the lockbox?
Why, jewelry, of course. Specifically, it contains the Noellame signet rings and the rings of the families that have joined with us through marriage. We carefully organize and store the rings in the box. Many of these rings go back generations.
Yeah, we saw. You guys saw there was nobody down here, so the quest had broke. I had left. I was playing during the weekend, which was a really busy weekend for the game because there was also activities going, special events during the weekend, the holiday weekend, I should say. So I left, and now it is Tuesday, almost Wednesday. And I was like, oh, I need to go back to that. And so I came back, and then when I signed in, and I actually signed in upstairs, he just started randomly talking to me, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess let's do this. All right. Sorry, pups. You are gonna sell me. Ooh, did you see me almost walk into that? Oh, remember how I talked about that? How people only looted what they wanted and left the rest? I love how when I take damage, that's when the costume goes away.
There's more where that came from.
Up until that point, it lets me stay costume. Oh, yeah. Problem, huh? Did forget that.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
Thank you, Xander. Thank you. Wise words. I forgot to grab the whole.
Not, my dove.
Please don't get... Oh dear, you shouldn't have risked your life on my behalf.
Is this your lockbox?
Oh my, I didn't think I'd see this again, and it's still sealed. This means the world to me. There are so many good memories in this box. Your kindness is appreciated, and here's the reward I promised you.
Thank you.
Please excuse my husband, he gets so...
From the side!
Must be upstairs. Had a really big supper, and I thought I would be able to go sleep. But no, it makes me mad because I work in the early AM. Puppy's stalking. Does that count as a disarm? NPCs, the mobs don't hurt me, but put a drop in my feet and I'll walk right into it 100 times. Away from it while I disarm it. Okay. For a while, I thought my decision to join the Red Rooks was the smartest thing I've ever done. What farm girl hasn't dreamed of a life of adventure? And we started out with a cause and a purpose. Turmoil throughout the land had left our livelihood shattered and our families in desperate straits. My family couldn't even afford to feed me, let alone care for my 6 brothers and sisters. So I left home with nothing but the clothes on my back and a rusty old sword that had belonged to my mother, and I went looking for the Red Rooks. Oh, I had heard the rumors about the Red Rooks. Simple trappers and farmers just like me who had enough of the high and mighty nobles, making life impossible for the common folk of the land. They had banded together to steal from the rich and give to the poor. At least that's what the rumors told me. I couldn't wait to join them, to live a life of action and purpose. It wasn't hard to hook up with the band of Red Rooks. They welcomed me into their fold well enough. They gave me a uniform, and I felt a mix of pride and embarrassment as I put it on. I guess the Red Rook leaders want us to look like an army, but if I couldn't help wondering if it was just a good idea to advertise our presence in such a bold and obvious manner. But who was I to second-guess those who were older and far more experienced than I? Things were going fine for a while, although it seemed like we were robbing whoever was available and keeping whatever we earned for ourselves. Still, I was a valued member of the group, and I had started to develop some strong friendships, especially with Kayla and Morin. We were becoming inseparable. Just when things were getting really good, I started to suspect that there was something more ominous at play than a bunch of farmers trying to be noble bandits. My suspicions were confirmed when I saw our leaders meeting with those bloodthorn maniacs. I hope we aren't really considering an alliance with the cultists. That's not what I signed on for. I went to have a little fun and earn some gold, but I certainly don't want to see Glenumber destroyed and covered in corrupted vegetation. Now I don't know what to do. Maybe I should talk to Kayla and Morin. They know what we should do. For your sake, you thought out, but I doubt it. You. this way. Into that. A doofus. Look at all the bodies, the piles of bodies. I think this was caused by players running through, I think.
We can use this.
I hope so, Xander, because I picked it up for a reason.
Mora's twitching tentacles. I'm glad that's done.
I'm gonna walk into it about 50 billion times. I promise.
A divergence point. Ha!
Oh yeah.
I assumed that horn was a signal when I saw the nobles run out. Good thinking.
Looks like the nobles got out safely.
Well done. With the nobles safe, my guards can storm the camp without worry. We won't have any trouble rounding up the rest of these Red Rook thieves. Here, compliments of the Daggerfall Watch.
Everybody fine?
Risking danger just to recover trinkets for me? Our family will always remember this.
Arm's not broken, just sprained. I'll be all right. I can thank you enough for helping us get out of there.
We've played so much now of Elder Scrolls that it's kind of funny that we're now seeing how many voices are recycled. It's fine, right? None of their voices are super distinct. They're blending them well. It's just, it is sort of funny. Alright. Where are we? Okay, for you guys, this should be the end of this episode. I will be back with a new episode soon. Thank you so much for keeping me company.